San Diego Comic-Con 2026 is about a month away, and Funko has revealed about half the event so far. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we're going to be going over everything revealed for SDCC 2026 from Funko so far. We have about half the reveals, about 20 to 25 reveals depending on how you're counting it. Lots of limited edition exclusives with a couple regular ones mixed in there. Now this year, Funko's definitely mixed up how they're announcing things. They've been doing about 3 or 4 announcements a day. It's been very slow paced. I get it, they're trying to generate hype, they're trying to switch it up, so I understand they want more marketing into this. However though, in today's video, I'm gonna go over every single reveal and I'm gonna let you guys know all the details that we do know about SDCC so far. Okay, let's go and jump into the reveals now. So starting off with one of the more controversial ones, we have Invincible here. So this includes several different Mark variants in their Pop Mystery line. So this will include Invincible at 2,000 pieces, Cape Vincible at 1,000 pieces, Omni Vincible at 1,000 pieces, Hood Vincible at 500, Mask Vincible at 400, and Mo Vince Hawk at 100. That's a little hard to say, Mo Vince Hawk. It's an interesting name. But anyways, yes, that one will be the most limited at 100 pieces. Now, what we know about this Invincible drop is it will retail for $25 each, originally stated to be $40. $25 is obviously a much better price point. And we do know that these will be available at the con as well as online. Now, at the moment, we don't know if online will require a raffle entry, given these are technically part of the LE program. So that is to be determined. I'll let you guys know when Funko gives us solid details on that once they update their blog. Now, moving on to more limited edition announcements, we did have our Absolute DC line. This included 1,000 pieces of Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Again, these will be all 1,000 pieces. Obviously, this caused a lot of controversy because this is a huge comic line and a lot of people are looking forward to these pops. Just a quick reminder, we are getting an additional Batman and Superman as commons in early 2027, about 6-7 months. Wonder Woman, though, no word if we're going to get another exclusive or common down the line just yet, so stay tuned. Moving on for my Godzilla fans, a legendary exclusive, going to be around 1,000 to 2,500 pieces. We have Space Godzilla here. Pretty cool one. You also have the alternative one if you can't get this one. The original one Funko did drop. It does retail for about $50 to $70 though, unfortunately, currently, until they restock it. Next up for Marvel Rivals fans, we did have Malice Sue Storm here. This one I heard might be limited to 1,000 pieces, so stay tuned on that. I'll update you guys once we officially know. But this one will also be a legendary exclusive at $40 too. Another comic pop includes a Radiant Black here. This one will be limited to 5,000 pieces and it does glow in the dark. Next up we have Geiger here that will be 1,000 pieces and will also glow in the dark. From Street Fighter, we're getting M. Bison here as a legendary limited edition exclusive. D&D fans, we're expected to see a Red Dragon Wormling here, part of the Supreme limited edition line. Now moving on, we do have a Toy Story 5 2-pack that we got in-person looks at, hasn't been officially announced yet. This will be 3,500 pieces of Forky and Karen Beverly. Seems like a lot of Toy Story fans are very excited for this one. Next up for my One Piece fans, we had a couple different announcements with one LE kind of mixed in here. So we did actually have Doflamingo there on the bottom, which is flocked, but on the top, there is a Loungefly and Pop combo there. Usually retails for around 100, 120, we'll see what they price it at, but that one's actually a glitter variation and will be limited. So anywhere, I'm assuming 1,000 to 5,000 pieces, we'll see what they put it at soon. We're also getting a Tony Chopper Pop Ride where he's in the tank. Now guys, at the moment, that covers the majority of the limited edition exclusives that were announced so far. This con was expected to have about half limited edition exclusives and the other half just regular shared exclusives. But I think it's really exciting, actually. Adds a lot more exclusivity to the event, which is great. I think it's something Funko really needs. I know not everybody agrees with that, which is perfectly fine. But let me know what you guys think about the LE releases so far and which ones are you most excited for. Now moving on to some other exclusive announcements and first looks. For Master of the Universe, we did get Orko, as most of you may have seen. We also did get 2 Persona 5 Royal exclusives of Loki here, which we do know will be shared with GameStop, as well as we also got a Joker exclusive in that same line. From the Chainsaw Man Reze movie, we did actually get a Summertime Pochita here, which was pretty fun. For Baldur's Gate 3, we have yet another con exclusive, and we have Dame Aylin. I think that's how you say her name. This one should be a regular release, not LE this time. Next, for Cyberpunk Edgerunners, we do have a Lucy in the spacesuit. This one's a really cool one. I really like the fact that you can see David's reflection in the actual dome. Again, this will be a normal release, so very easy to get. Now guys, that covers pretty much a majority of what has been revealed for SDCC so far. Of course, we're expecting to see those in-person ones officially announced by Funko in the coming days. Looks like they maybe took a pause today. We didn't see any reveals for Friday here, and they'll probably pick it back up next week, revealing the other half of the exclusives Monday through Thursday, I'm assuming. Now, I do have a little bit of information for you guys regarding the Comic-Con itself, some release news and all that. Sharing over from Disc Trackers here, they did state that SDCC exclusives will be available starting on 7/23 for shared retailers, which makes sense. Usually the first day of the actual con starting is when the exclusives are available at, places like Hot Topic, GameStop, shared exclusives, and then, Funko Shop as well, and possibly Funko Hollywood and HQ stores too. Something I am kind of wondering is, given that the FAO Schwarz is kind of like a hub that they're turning into Funko Hollywood-esque, will they end up getting some shared exclusives for New Yorkers over there? That would be really cool, actually. Anyway, sharing a couple more details here. The SDCC lottery for the con opens on July 7th. For the shared LE Pops, they will have a raffle for the online release. Starts a few days before 7/23, so think maybe like the typical range is 3 to 4 days, I want to say. Probably 7/19 is when they'd open up that raffle. And then the day of 7/23, you will actually be able to add the Pops to your cart, as usual with most of the lottery drops on the Funko Shop. So again, just a little bit of SDCC news there so far. Now, more on the limited edition side, we don't know which ones will be con only so far. Outside of the Invincible ones, those were confirmed on an IGN post. We do know that those will be shared at the event and online. As far as the other exclusives like the Space Godzilla, the Sue Storm, and the Absolute DC ones, for example, we're not entirely sure if they're going to allocate some stock online or if they will be Comic-Con only. I'm assuming there will be a decent amount that are Comic-Con only, so stay tuned, I'll let you guys know. Anyways, for now, that's pretty much everything you need to know about SDCC until I do my official guide video. I'm assuming next week, if they finish everything next week, we'll see. And in that guide, I will pretty much cover absolutely everything you need to know. I usually try to hit all the bases, so things like what time you can buy everything exactly, the exact dates, what's going to be shared, what won't be shared. So if you have any questions about anything with SDCC right now, you can drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it, but I'll know more next week. I am curious how everybody's feeling about SDCC reveals so far. Obviously, like I said, we've had a lot of LE releases this year, so a lot of people are pretty upset about that. There's a lot of limited pieces, a lot of really good molds in that limited range too, which is pretty crazy. I would say like the Sue Storm, I was a little surprised by that one. I thought that would be a really good seller, especially at a 9,500 piece or maybe even higher. It's one of the most popular skins in Marvel Rivals, so I feel like that should have been a normal release, but throwing a curveball, throwing it for Comic-Con was pretty surprising. And the Absolute DC line definitely turned a lot of heads. A lot of people are really excited for those. I would say those were some of the better reveals too. I'm trying to think of what else would it, like Pochito's okay to me, like on the anime side, if you guys are wondering, like I probably don't need it. I'm debating the Lucy one just because I already have the common Lucy, but it's so like unique, like with the David and the reflection. That's so nice. I really like that. Invincible, I like the show, but I don't really collect the Pops. Maybe if I could score one, it would be a fun like little video, but otherwise, I think it's going to be pretty hard to score, to be honest. The Godzilla, Space Godzilla looks nice. The M. Bison looks pretty cool. I'm sure fans are excited for that. Forky 2-pack, I don't really care for that. I'm not like the biggest Toy Story fan. I like some of the movies growing up, but seems like a lot of people are excited for it. The comic ones like Radiant and Geiger, I don't know too much about personally. D&D, don't know really a lot about. Persona 5, I think is really nice. I think those are two great choices for Comic-Con. Orko for Masters of the Universe, I think some people are excited for that. So, like the One Piece ones, personally gonna pass on. I don't really need the new Doflamingo or that Chopper. Nothing I crazy need, honestly. I would say some of my favorite reveals are probably Lucy and then the Malice Sue Storm so far. And obviously the Absolute DC look really nice too. There's a couple that I like, but not enough to buy so far. I'm gonna wait until the other half of the reveals to see if I want anything, but this might be one of the first events where I just buy nothing from. So far anyways. But like I said, let me know how you guys are feeling about SDCC and all the reveals. Is there anything you like absolutely need so far, or is it a little bit of a pass for you currently? Anyways though, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to go ahead and end off the video by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure you follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.